Waspinator, engage enemy! Waspinator, terrorize! Yes! No! Waspinator in trouble!
Heads up!
Decepticons attack! Attack! More than meets the eye.
Hello everyone, I am back once again with another video review, and in this one I will be taking a look at the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe class Waspinator. Waspinator is a figure that I and some others have been highly anticipated for since he first leaked online. And then his official announcement came. Now, some have had mixed opinions on him, myself included, because of whether or not he matches up to the Thrilling 30 figure. I do not have the Thrilling 30 Waspinators, which is why he was so anticipated for this line. And if they're gonna do a Beast Wars line, they have to include Waspinator. Because if Waspinator's not included, then Hasbro is doing something wrong. So, you've seen my reviews before. We'll take a look at the Golden Disc card and packaging. Up front, we have Waspinator in his Wasp mode. Up front, side, robot mode. His name is Waspinator. Transformers, Generations, Kingdom of Cybertron Trilogy. On top, Predacon symbol, War for Cybertron. He is number 34 in the Kingdom line, being part of the fourth wave of figures, along with Shadow Panther, who I forgot to mention in my review of him, that he was released in the fourth wave along with Waspinator. On the back, renders of him in robot and bug mode, and on the side just the standard Kingdom art panel. So there you have that. And as per usual, he comes with a Golden Disc collector card, and the card that comes with Wave 4 figures, though not with every figure because they are scattered throughout, is Unicron. So, we get a new card for the fourth wave, and it's the only new card for this wave because Unicron has not gotten a collector card at all throughout the line, so this is a first. And peel the back. It shows Unicron's fate, which is basically him devouring Cybertron, which is what it says, because it's what's shown here. He devours Cybertron. Which is something he, I wouldn't say does. He not only wants to devour it, but destroy it, since Cybertron is created from his rival. So, there you have that. And we're taking a look at Waspinator. If you have not seen Beast Wars, you are doing something wrong, because for those of you that have not seen Beast Wars, you need to understand why Waspinator is such a fan favorite character and why he was one of the most anticipated figures for this line. And to be honest, he's actually on par with the Thrilling 30 figure. He's not better nor worse. Because of the problems he has, most notably in robot mode than in beast mode, he is on par with the Thrilling 30 figure, who I stated before do not have. So he was one that I've been anticipating on getting, and knowing that some people are keeping the Thrilling 30 Waspinator, he's starting to shelf warm. So yeah, we'll take a look at the details. Nice purple for the honeycomb-esque eyes. Nice. He has two shades of green going out throughout the body as well as the head. Nice yellow and black for the thorax. I am not a bug person, but he does have a bit of a stinger. Now, female wasps do not have stingers. Interesting. Now, female wasps are the ones with stingers, not male wasps. So Waspinator's wasp mode is that of a female and not a male, because male wasps, if I'm not mistaken, do not have stingers. But overall, doesn't really matter. Nice brown for the bug legs. Now, a bit of a nitpick is that his wings are purple instead of clear, which isn't a big deal. See, now this is a bit of a reference to the Transformers animated incarnation of the character, who had purple wings instead of having clear wings like his Beast Wars animation model, which this and the Thrilling 30 figure is based off of. The bug legs, obviously, are also articulated, which I will show here. They can move forward and back like so, though because of how the robot mode legs tab underneath, they're not really secure. The bug wings are on ball joints, so he can fly. The two back legs are on the same joint, which is an interesting joint because some have a problem when it comes to rotating it. I initially had that problem, so when I took off one of the legs, when I tried to move them around, one of the legs popped off. So it was a hassle and struggle to put them back on. So that is something to watch out for. The head can move up and down like so, and the mandibles can open and close like a jaw. So there you have that. Now for comparison, here he is with Cheetor and Rhinox. So you can see how that works out. Obviously, a wasp in real life would be way smaller than a cheetah and a rhino. So in terms of beast mode, he's out of scale. But then again, the Beast Wars characters weren't in scale when it came to beast modes. So there you have that. Because I don't have Megatron, here he is with T-Rex, so you can get the general idea. here he is with the other Predacons I currently have. Black Arachnia and Shadow Panther. So, seeing as I don't have a lot of Predacons, this is as far as I've gotten, with Shadow Panther obviously being the odd one out since he was never in the cartoon, whereas these two were. But it still works. They have that. Transformation, he transforms in 20 steps. Now, it is simplistic in a way, but actually effective. So first what you want to do is take the legs, untab them from here, though if he hasn't come undone already, then that'll do it. That will untab from here, take all of this will rotate on that joint like so. Take what will become the arms, split them out like so, bend at the elbow, take the wrists, rotate them on the silver joint, do the same for this side, like so, rotate the wrist, then all this will come undone. Then what you want to do, if you haven't done it already, split the feet, then fold out, then fold back the heel spurs in the front of the foot. Take the bug legs, rotate them on this joint right here, like so. Then what you want to do is come up here, take the bug mode head and split it to reveal the internal detailing. Obviously this is optional, where you can take the antenna of the beast mode and rotate it up like so. It is something you can do and something I kind of like doing as a preference. Then these two tabs will, then these two slots will tab, these slots will hold in these tabs right here. So there you have that. Bring down the arms, then take the legs, the crotch will slot in here like so. And obviously you can fold the wings down if you want to. It is optional if you want to have him not fly or... See, now it's a thing with me where I like to have Waspinator's wings up because it gives him more flair. Along with the fact that he's mostly seen flying around in the Beast Wars cartoon anyways. So there you have that, and here we have Waspinator in his robot mode. And I say that this is on par with the Thrilling 30 figure because it's not better nor worse. It does have its problems though, but it still does what it needs to do. We'll take a quick look at the details, such as that awesome Waspinator face sculpt. Now, Waspinator toys, since the Thrilling 31, have opted to go for a smile rather than a neutral expression, which kind of brings the character to more life, because having a neutral expression probably wouldn't work. Then again, Waspinator in the Beast Wars cartoon never really had a smile on him. So, but then again, the smile gives a bit more to the character. So, take a look at the details all around. He is painted in 2 shades of green as well as highlights of yellow. Now, an interesting side note is that the bug legs on Waspinator's robot mode are in an interesting place because on his animation model, these 2 legs are supposed to be on his arms, while this leg is supposed to be hidden. But because they couldn't figure out a way for that to happen, the 2 legs ended up on the 2 bug legs, these 2, ended up on at this section of his robot mode legs, which means only one of the 2 legs, one of the 2 bug legs seen on his animation model are on his arm. So while he is mostly accurate, the only part that he suffers from is that these legs have to stick out like a sore thumb. So just imagine his animation model with the bug legs on his robot mode legs. So, taking a look at that head sculpt with the nice purple for the eyes, borrowing from the bug eyes. His smile is painted in yellow, with the rest of the head being painted in green, with these sections up here cast in yellow and black paint, and I can tell that's paint and not plastic. Now, the back of his head is actually interesting because it's a clear plastic thing, and if you have a flashlight, I will bring out my old phone to show this off. I don't know if you can see that, but his eyes actually can light up. The wings, because of how transparent they are, can also come to life as well. I don't know if you guys could see that. Sorry if that was blinding, but I just thought I should show that off. Because it's the fact that Hasbro and Takara put in a light piping thing on the back of his head to make his eyes light up. So props to the designers for giving Waspinator that for his head. The shoulders are painted in yellow, like his animation model. Same with this section of his forearms. The shins off his lower legs, also painted in yellow. The parts of the thorax and stinger that end up on his legs is accurate to his original toy and animation model, because that's what the original toy and character model had. This part of the bug mode on his legs, and you have to wonder how, and you often have to wonder how the hell that worked, given the simplicity of his design. As for articulation, head can do the full 360. It is on a ball joint. Obviously, the wings can move around however you want. Arms can do the full 360. Can go in and out. Rotation on the bicep on a swivel joint. 90-degree bend. Elbows. Full wrist rotation. Full waist rotation, though a bit of a QC is that he will often untab from here, or the bug leg will come undone. So that is something to watch out for, which is the only major gripe with this figure. He does have waist rotation, as you see here, only doing the 180. Legs can kick forward that far. Can't really kick back unless you move it out some. Can do the full splits, rotation at the thigh on a swivel joint. 90-degree bend at the knee. I thought it would be more, but given the design of the legs, probably wasn't gonna happen. And the feet can pivot back like so due to the transformation. Can't really pivot forward. And ankle rocker. So he's no slouch when it comes to the articulation or the details. So yeah, he's pretty good, even if he does have a loose connection when it comes to the tabbing and him holding together. But then again, knowing Waspinator has a tendency and is prone to falling apart and putting himself back together, it's not really something new. Now, does he have weapons? Yes, he does. Now, it does kind of suck though. While it is clever weapon storage and integration into the character, how it is built is kind of meh, because it's literally just this part of the stinger coming out. Now, underneath all of this is designed to look like Waspinator's actual stinger blaster that he had in the Beast Wars cartoon. Obviously, it does a good job as a weapon, but doesn't really work because of how it incorporates, and that this is sculpted underneath. If it was something like this, if it was something like, if the weapon was designed a lot more, then it wouldn't be as lackluster as it turned out to be. And the sad thing is, it's not even Blast Effect compatible. Like, you can, here's Blast Effect, and doesn't really hold. So that's another reason why it's lackluster. Like I said, if the weapon properly looked like the on-screen weapon, then maybe it would have been Blast Effect compatible and a lot better. But as it stands, it just looks a bit silly and ridiculous, because he's literally holding a part of his stinger, the end part. And speaking of Blast Effect ports, he does have ports on the bottom of his feet, back of the legs, back of the arms, and of course his hands. So it's safe to say that he has the most Cybertron Trilogy 5mm ports than the other Beast Bots, because the other Beast Bots don't have as much as Waspinator, surprisingly. So there you have that. And of course, seeing as Waspinator is a wasp, it would make sense for him to use a weapon like this, even if it's just a part of his stinger. Moving on to size comparisons, he is a bit smaller than some of the others in robot mode, because if I'm not mistaken, Waspinator was around the same height as some of the other characters in the cartoon. Here he is with Cheetor and Rhinox. Now, if I'm not mistaken, him and Cheetor were roughly around the same height. But here, it seems that Waspinator is just a bit shorter than Cheetor. Obviously, he's shorter than Rhinox, because Rhinox is a much bigger character. So it would make sense for him to be bigger than Waspinator. So, there you have that. Because I have him, here he is with T-Rex, seeing as I don't have Megatron, obviously because Megatron is a bigger character and leader of the Predacons, it would make sense for this mold to be bigger than a figure of this mold. And because they're the only Predacons I have, as mentioned before, here he is with Black Arachnia and Shadow Panther. Now, interestingly enough, he is shorter than Black Arachnia, and just like with Cheetor, I'm pretty sure Waspinator was head to toe in terms of size with Cheetor and Black Arachnia. So it's kind of weird, but shit. So it is kind of weird to see a character who should be at least up to each other's heads be a bit shorter, because in beast mode, Waspinator is apparently bigger than Black Arachnia. Then again, I'm pretty sure wasps are bigger than Black Widow spiders. I could be wrong. So, it is weird that Waspinator is one of the smaller characters to come out of this line, and one of the smaller, but still normal scale deluxes. So, there you have that. Final thoughts. If you don't have the Thrilling 30 figure, then this is the Waspinator to get. I never had the Thrilling 30, so this was one I had to get. Oh, and one thing to mention is that he has the Predacon symbol on his right shoulder. Nothing on his left, though. So that is something to look out for. He's actually kind of grown on me after I first got him. Because I knew I was gonna like him because I love Waspinator. I love Beast Wars, and Waspinator is such a fan favorite character to the point where you need at least a figure of this character, whether it's the Thrilling 30 or this new Kingdom figure. I think Hasbro did a good job, even if the QC with the head not tabbing in or the weapon being lackluster. He hits all the major points for this character. So, he's pretty solid, and if you are like me, you can take him apart like in the cartoon. Just make sure to take him apart where you can actually take him apart, because you don't want to end up breaking him. So, for me, He's not like a 10 out of 10. He's definitely a solid 9 out of 10. If it wasn't for the QC and the lackluster weapon, he would definitely be a 10 out of 10 for me. Oh, and if they did something with the beast mode legs. So, yeah, guys, with all that being said, there you have it, my review on the Transformers War for Cybertron Kingdom Deluxe Class Waspinator. I hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one.
Waspinator's sick of taking orders. Waspinator is greatest of Predacons. Waspinator rules. One day Megatron see Waspinator is true leader of Predacons. Then... Optimus Primal! Waspinator is tired of searching for Maximals.
Your search is over, Predacon.
Waspinator says goodbye to Tigerbot. Waspinator remembers Birdbot. Waspinator will scrap.
I'm flattered. But hardly impressed.
Waspinator hates Birdbot. No, Waspinator has a headache in his whole body. No, Waspinator secures area. No, Maximal will leave or be scrapped.
No chance, Bugface. I got here first. Besides, we got a ceasefire going, remember?
So, Waspinator not shoot?
Oh man, it's amazing how sweet we're all being these days. Problem is, you fight with a rat. You better fight 30. Oh yeah, he doesn't like that. Robo Noogie! Now get lost!
Waspinator thinks area is secure enough.